do have those catastrophic cases. You have one patient at a time costing you $1 million. You have another patient costing you over $1 million. You may have one cancer patient costing you several millions in 1 year out of that 17 to $20 million. Good? You may have a heart patient costing you over $1 million. So you're bringing in this hospital, you're bringing in mandatory health insurance. Those catastrophic cases, cancer, AIDS, heart problems, hypertensives, diabetics, they aren't insurable. Who can take care of them?
Who's going to fit the bill?
What insurance company is going to insure a diabetic or hypertensive who can have a stroke any day? What insurance company is going to insure the cancer patient who needs treatment? What insurance company is going to insure the person with the heart condition? Isn't it the government then that has to take care of these people? So then we're paying rent for facilities, because I understand we have to pay like the dental clinic and all those different things for space.
Correct.
We're paying back this loan at whatever terms, at whatever rate, and we're still taking care of those catastrophic patients. Where are we saving?
And the health tax.
But where are we saving?
Well, the people of this country,
I asked the Premier and I asked the Minister of Health then. Nobody answered me.
We still don't know what we still don't know what we're paying for, because we are being asked to pay a tax to cover $125 million to build the 2 new hospitals that we want to own for the next 25 years in the Turks and Caicos Islands. But we are being taxed to build these 2 hospitals. On top of that, we are also being a mandatory health tax is also being burden is being placed on us come next month, at the end of next month, because it's going in at the new financial year. But there's something deeper than that, and I know the people of the Turks and Caicos Islands, would be shocked to know that Canadian, the company that was our brokers overseas, the company in Canada that used to go to South Miami, for instance, Baptist Hospital as brokers on behalf of the Turks and Caicos Islands, and for instance, if we have a cancer case, a patient that is sent overseas and need a operation that's going to cost us $1 million, the government can go to Canadian Health, and they will approach Baptist and get this, buy these services in bulk and
at a better rate.
At better rates. And so maybe that operation that would have cost the people of the Turks and Caicos Islands $1 million, they can get that for us for $500,000. And so the Turks and Caicos government would then save $500,000 on that. Now, the agreement that the government had with this company is that for every dollar they save us, we were paying them 25% on what they save us. So this government now, this Minister of Finance and the Premier have approached this company and say, we no longer need your service. We're going to use our other carrier. Okay? Now, when they did that, because Canadian Health being with the Turks and Caicos government for a while now, they say, okay, the business in the Turks and Caicos Islands has suddenly expanded. So instead of charging you 25% on every dollar we save you, we will reduce it to 15%. Well, Ms. Cartwright, you know that this government has given up that company, salvaged our relationship with that company, and is now going with this new company called Southern Network. And to my understanding,
50%.
They have now gone with 50%. So we, the people of the Turks and Caicos Islands, we've gone from paying 25%, reduced to 50%, and now we're paying 50%. But deeper than that, if this gentleman that owns that company is allegedly in a lot of business with the current Minister of Finance here in the Turks and Caicos Islands. So, it's a serious conflict of interest. And so, if you're telling us, oh, we don't want to pay 25%, we can afford to pay 50%. So now you're taxing us the premier announced when he announced his tax initiative, I was shocked that he was telling the people of this country that you're being taxed for some $300 million of revenue that he needs to raise. But out of the same breath, he announced that he is going to take $10 million of our people's money and sink it into a Grand Prix or racetrack here in the Turks and Caicos Island that don't mean us diddly squat, don't mean diddly squat to the people of the Turks and Caicos Island. I mean, and when you see this issue with this medical insurance where we're now paying 50%, and it's alleged that ministers is involved with that company, so it's kickbacks that is now
He's
coming back.
He's also the owner in a company that owns what we know as Harbor House, and there are rumors that the whole Ministry of Finance is moving into that building.
Into the minister's building.
The same gentleman.
Well, Ms. Cartwright, our premier said there's no corruption in the Turks and Caicos Island, but so we ain't gonna touch that
But you're
issue
talking about
tonight.
this IndyCar racing.
Yes.
Turks and Caicos takes on a whole lot of stuff in an environment that is going to be very soon a litigious society. Because people are coming into this country from all over the world, and in particular Americans who like to sue, right? We're bringing this whole new sport here to attract tourists. The insurance on that track is going to be huge. You have a medical facility that the Minister of Health got on national TV and lambaste. Good? You have to maintain a track like that. We're talking about when our economy is on a downturn. Good? It is a high risk and costly venture. And this is no time for this country to be taking this on.
But not only that, I mean, Ms. Cartwright, in economic bad times, our people hardly can make ends meet in the Turks and Caicos Islands. And instead of, if I was the premier today in the Turks and Caicos Island, and I see all this hardship that our people are going through, we are in a recession. I wouldn't be talking about sinking $10 million into a racetrack when my people are sleeping with their lights on, can't feed their children. Children have to stay home because their parents can't give them lunch at school. I mean, it would be better off if he was telling the people of the Turks and Caicos Island, look, I will take this $10 million and pay it and give it to PPC and alleviate the light bill burden from our people for the next 3-4 months. That would be more, I mean, in my view, that is more beneficial. That's better use of our people money. But as an average citizen out there telling me you're going to sink $10 million into this venture of our money. And remember, we have seen many ventures that this government has taken our money that's gone to waste. We have seen
lottery.
We have seen the lottery.
We said don't do it, don't do it. They
Cost
waited
us
millions of dollars
dollars.
later and then says it's not profitable.
Cost us millions of dollars, Ms. Cartwright. We have seen the BET sound stage, millions of dollars squandered of this country money. We have seen the festival